Life is a tapestry of infinite possibilities. Every thought you think, every feeling you hold, creates ripples across the universe. In every moment, you are aligning yourself with a reality that matches your vibration. Most people believe life is fixed, but the truth is you are moving through countless versions of reality all the time. Today, let us explore the signs that you've already shifted into a new reality, one that you may not even recognize yet. There comes a moment in life when everything around you feels strangely different. The streets you walk every day, the people you meet, even the reflection in the mirror, all seem subtly altered. You can't put your finger on what changed, but something deep inside whispers that you are not the same person you once were. This feeling of unfamiliarity, instead of bringing fear, carries a soothing sense of comfort. It is as if life has gently shifted you into a new space, one that resonates with who you are becoming. This sensation is not random. It is the result of your inner growth, the silent transformation of your thoughts, beliefs, and energy. When you start to release old patterns and step into higher vibrations of love, trust the world abundance, the world around you mirrors this shift. Suddenly, the coffee shop where you always sat feels brighter. Conversations flow more easily. Even the air feels lighter. It is not that the world has changed completely. It is that you have changed, and with your change, the reality you occupy has shifted to match your frequency. When life feels unfamiliar yet comfortable, it is a sign that you are aligned with a new version of yourself. The old struggles that once consumed your mind no longer feel heavy. The things that once triggered your fears or insecurities seem distant, almost like a memory from another lifetime. This is because you have moved beyond them. You have stepped into a reality where those old fears no longer have power over you. The discomfort you once carried has been replaced by an inner calm, a knowing that all is well and that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. This comfort in unfamiliarity comes from trust. Trust in yourself and in life. You may not know every detail of what lies ahead, but you feel a quiet assurance that it is good. That assurance is a gift of alignment. When your energy is in harmony with love and abundance, you no longer need control to feel safe. You begin to flow with life rather than fight against it. You understand that what is meant for you will never miss you, and what is not meant for you will naturally fall away. In this new reality, you may notice that the people around you respond differently. Some may seem more loving and supportive, while others quietly fade out of your life. This is not rejection, it is realignment. Those who match your new frequency will feel like home, while those who don't will drift away. Relationships that once felt heavy now feel effortless, and new connections arrive that uplift and inspire you. This too may feel strange at first, but the comfort remains because deep down, you know it is right. The unfamiliarity can also show up in your own preferences and habits. Foods you used to crave may no longer appeal to you. Shows or music you once enjoyed might feel out of tune with your heart. Instead, you feel drawn to things that nourish your soul, books that expand your mind, experiences that bring joy, and conversations that feed your spirit. This is a beautiful sign of evolution. It means you are no longer choosing from a place of old wounds or limitations. You are choosing from love and wholeness. This shift can feel magical because it truly is. You are living proof that energy creates reality. By changing your thoughts, by choosing gratitude over fear and love over judgment, you have raised your vibration. And as your vibration rises, the world responds. New opportunities appear, synchronicities multiply, and life feels lighter, easier, more aligned. This is why everything feels different yet deeply comforting, because you are finally in harmony with who you are meant to be. So, If you find yourself walking through familiar places that feel somehow new, take a deep breath and smile. You are witnessing the evidence of your inner work. You have entered a parallel reality, one that mirrors the love, peace, and abundance you have been cultivating within. Embrace the unfamiliar with gratitude, for it is not a sign of being lost. It is a sign that you have been found by your true self. And from this space, everything you desire will find its way to you, effortlessly and beautifully. Repeat this silently to yourself. I trust where I am. I welcome the new with open arms. I am safe, I am loved, and life supports me in every way. Would you like me to write similar 750 word expansions for all 6 points so you can make a full 40-minute video? Or should I create a complete long format script combining all 6 points with affirmations and a closing visualization? There comes a time in your journey when the things that once defined you no longer feel like home. The foods you once craved, the conversations you enjoyed, the places you frequented, even the shows you watched, all of it suddenly feels different. It is not that these things have changed, but something within you has shifted. You find yourself no longer interested in what used to excite you, and that can feel both liberating and confusing at the same time. This is the sign of deep transformation. It is the soul's way of telling you that you have stepped into a higher version of yourself. When old habits no longer appeal to you, it means that you have outgrown the vibration that once created those habits. Habits are more than actions. They are reflections of your inner beliefs and your energetic state. When you lived in fear, you made choices that matched fear. When you believed in lack, you attracted experiences that confirmed that belief. Every habit you once had was tied to the person you were. But now, you are becoming someone new. You are shedding old layers of limitation, and with each layer that falls away, the patterns tied to it lose their grip on you. Think about how natural it feels when a child outgrows their favorite toy. They do not mourn its loss because something within them knows they have moved on to something better, something that fits who they are now. The same is true for you. When old habits fall away, it is not a punishment and it is not a loss. It is growth. It means the frequency of your soul has risen, and what once matched you no longer does. This is something to celebrate because it shows that your inner work is working. Perhaps you notice that you no longer reach for certain foods that once comforted you in moments of stress. You may find yourself craving nourishment instead. Fresh meals, clean water, vibrant energy. Or maybe you used to enjoy gossiping or complaining, but now those conversations feel heavy in your heart. Where negativity once bonded you with others, now it repels you because you have become aware of its weight. You seek lightness, peace, and meaning, and this is a sign that you have aligned with love instead of fear. There may even be times when you feel disconnected from your social circle because the activities you once enjoyed together no longer satisfy you. This can feel lonely at first, but understand that this space is sacred. It is making room for people, experiences, and opportunities that resonate with who you are becoming. Old habits disappearing means new pathways opening. It means a higher life calling you forward, one that requires a lighter you, a you unburdened by patterns that no longer serve your highest good. It is important to allow this process without judgment. Sometimes we cling to old habits because they feel familiar. The mind resists change because it fears the unknown. But remember this truth. If something no longer appeals to you, it is because your soul has already said yes to something greater. Your desires have shifted because your vibration has shifted. Trust this natural unfolding. You do not need to force yourself to hold on to the old, and you do not need to rush into the new. Simply allow the space between. In that space, you are rewriting your life. You will notice that as these old habits fall away, you begin to experience greater clarity, energy, and peace. You feel less drained because your choices now align with your well-being. You become more intentional with how you spend your time, who you share your energy with, and what you consume, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Every time you choose a new life-affirming habit, you tell the universe, I am ready for more. I am ready for abundance, for love, for freedom. And the universe responds in kind, bringing you experiences that reflect your new state of being. So when you find yourself uninterested in what once defined you, do not resist. Smile and say thank you. Thank yourself for growing, thank life for guiding you, and thank the old habits for serving you when they did. They were stepping stones to the person you are today. Now, release them with love and step boldly into your new reality, a reality where every choice reflects the truth of who you really are. Affirm quietly within, I release what no longer serves me. I welcome habits that nurture my mind, body, and spirit. I am harmony with my highest good, and I trust the changes within me. There are moments when you look at the clock and wonder, where did the day go? Or you experience the opposite. Time seems to stretch endlessly, and minutes feel like hours. This sensation is more than just being busy or bored. It is a sign that something profound is happening within you. When time feels distorted, it often means that you have shifted into a different state of consciousness. You are no longer fully anchored in the old patterns of your mind. Instead, you have stepped into alignment with a higher frequency, and the way you experience life begins to change. Time, as we know it, is a human construct. We measure it with clocks and calendars, but in truth, time is fluid. It bends and stretches according to perception and energy. When you are aligned with joy and flow, hours can feel like minutes. When you are in resistance or waiting for something to change, minutes can feel like an eternity. This difference in perception becomes even more noticeable when you start to shift realities, when your inner vibration moves away from fear and limitation toward love and abundance. When you begin to live consciously, your relationship with time transforms. You notice that linear time feels less important. You no longer rush to meet every deadline with panic, and you stop feeling imprisoned by the ticking clock. Instead, you experience moments of timelessness, those beautiful instances when you are so present, so absorbed in life, that you forget about past and future. You feel only now, and in that now, you sense freedom. This is the state your soul longs for. The present moment is where your true power lies. Sometimes, time feels distorted because you are going through deep internal changes that are not visible on the surface. You might feel that days blend together, or that weeks pass in what feels like an instant. This is because your mind is processing at a higher level, and your awareness is expanding. In these periods, you might feel disconnected from the usual rhythm of life. Things that once seemed urgent lose their grip on you. You no longer measure your worth by how much you accomplish in a day, because you sense something greater guiding you. On the other hand, there are times when you feel like life has slowed down completely. This often happens when the universe is preparing you for a breakthrough. It can feel frustrating because you want things to move faster, yet everything seems to stand still. But remember this, when time slows down, it is an invitation to go inward. It is life saying, pause, reflect, realign. This space is not empty, it is sacred. It allows you to release old patterns and integrate new energy so that when movement comes, you are ready for it. Distorted time is also a sign that you are stepping into a more spiritual awareness. You begin to understand that past, present, and future exist in one eternal moment. You may even notice synchronicities that confirm this truth. dreams blending into waking life, visions of possibilities, déjà vu experiences. All of these are reminders that reality is not as rigid as it once seemed. You are not bound by time, you are the creator of how you experience it. If time feels strange to you now, do not resist. Allow it. Celebrate it as evidence that you are no longer confined to old limitations. Instead of saying, time is slipping away, affirm that you are in perfect rhythm with life. Let go of the pressure to rush or control, because the more you relax into trust, the more life flows effortlessly. Your soul knows no urgency. It moves in harmony with divine timing, and divine timing is always perfect. So the next time you feel that hours have vanished or that the day feels unusually long, smile, take it as a sign that you are living beyond the old rules. You are expanding into a reality where time is your friend, not your enemy. Every moment is an opportunity to create, to love, to be. And in that awareness, you realize something powerful. When you are fully present, there is always enough time. Enough time to grow, to heal, to manifest, to enjoy. Life becomes less about the clock and more about the quality of your experience. Affirm to yourself, I flow with divine timing. I release all pressure and trust the perfect rhythm of life. Every moment unfolds for my highest good, and I am always in the right place at the right time. Have you noticed that lately people react to you in ways that feel unfamiliar? Some may seem warmer, kinder, and more respectful than before, while others appear distant or even uncomfortable in your presence. These changes are not accidental. They are signs that something within you has shifted, and the world around you is simply reflecting that transformation. When people treat you differently without any obvious reason, it is often because you have changed your energy, and energy never lies. Every interaction you have is an exchange of vibration. Long before words are spoken, your energy speaks for you. When you begin to release fear, doubt, and resentment and start embracing self-love, trust, and abundance, your frequency rises. And when that happens, others can feel it even if they don't understand it. Some will be drawn to you because your energy feels like light. Others may pull away because your presence highlights their own shadows. Both responses are part of the natural process of alignment. In the past, when you carried certain insecurities, you might have attracted people who fed on them. If you believed you were unworthy, you may have tolerated disrespect or neglect. But when you heal those old wounds and begin to honor yourself, your boundaries shift. You no longer entertain what drains you. Without saying a word, your energy declares, I know my worth. And people respond to that in powerful ways. Those who truly love and value you will rise to meet your new standard. Those who cannot will fade away. This is not rejection, it is divine protection. When people start treating you with more kindness or admiration, understand that it is a reflection of your inner growth. Perhaps you have started affirming your worth, practicing gratitude, and living in alignment with your truth. That inner work radiates outward, and others sense it. They may not know why, but they feel drawn to your peace, your confidence, your light. Your energy becomes magnetic because it is free from the heavy attachments of fear. And as you vibrate higher, you naturally call in relationships and opportunities that match your new frequency. You might also notice that some old friends or acquaintances become distant. They may not call as often, or they might seem uncomfortable in your presence. This can feel painful at first, but remember, every relationship serves a purpose. Some are meant for a season, others for a lifetime. When you shift realities, not everyone comes with you. People who thrive in gossip, drama, or negativity may no longer resonate with your calm and positivity. This is not a loss. It is a sign that you are moving forward. And as you release what no longer aligns, you create space for what does. Sometimes people's reactions can even surprise you. A stranger may smile warmly or offer unexpected kindness. Opportunities may arise from individuals who see something special in you. This is not coincidence. It is the universe responding to your new energy through people. When you vibrate at love, life mirrors love back to you in countless ways. The world becomes friendlier because your perception has shifted. You no longer look for reasons to feel threatened or unloved. Instead, you expect good, and so good flows to you. It is also important to notice how you treat others. As your energy changes, your own behavior softens. You become less judgmental and more compassionate. You listen more deeply and respond with love rather than defensiveness. This shift in your approach often invites people to do the same. It creates a cycle of kindness that ripples outward, touching lives you may never even realize. Your light inspires others to find their own. If people are treating you differently now, embrace it as evidence that your inner world is transforming your outer world. Do not chase those who walk away, and do not shrink to make others comfortable. Stand firm in your authenticity. Those meant to walk beside you will celebrate your growth. Those who cannot will make room for those who can. This is how life ensures that you are always surrounded by the energy that matches your highest good. So the next time someone compliments you unexpectedly, treats you with newfound respect, or even pulls away, pause and smile, you are witnessing the law of reflection in action. You are seeing proof that when you change on the inside, everything changes on the outside. And that is something to celebrate. Affirm to yourself, my energy attracts what is meant for me. I welcome relationships that honor my growth and release those that no longer align. I radiate love and respect, and life returns it to me in beautiful ways. There comes a point on your journey when life starts to feel almost magical. You begin to notice patterns that seem too perfect to be coincidence. A song plays on the radio with lyrics that speak to the very question you were pondering. You glance at the clock and it reads 11:11 or 4:44. A book falls off the shelf at the exact moment you were seeking guidance. These experiences are called synchronicities, and when they multiply in your life, it is a powerful sign that you have aligned with a higher reality. Synchronicities are not random. They are the language of the universe, a way for life to communicate with you beyond words. When you start to think differently, when you release doubt and step into trust, your energy shifts. You raise your vibration, and in that elevated state, you begin to attract experiences that reflect your new frequency. These synchronicities are confirmations that you are on the right path. They are whispers saying, Wes, keep going. You are exactly where you need to be. In the past, you may have brushed off these moments as coincidences, but now you feel the deeper meaning. That phone call from someone you were just thinking about is not an accident. That opportunity appearing when you needed it most is not luck. It is alignment. Life is responding to your energy with precision, and it is showing you that your thoughts are creating your reality faster than ever before. One of the most common forms of synchronicity is seeing repeated numbers. 11, 20, 20,077. These numbers carry vibrations of balance, trust, and spiritual awakening. When they appear, they are reminders to stay centered, to believe in the unseen, and to know that your desires are manifesting. You might also notice repeated symbols, a butterfly, a feather, a specific word showing up everywhere. These signs are not random. They are answers to questions your soul is asking. As synchronicities multiply, life feels lighter, more connected. You start to sense that there is a rhythm to everything, a divine order unfolding behind the scenes. Instead of forcing things to happen, you begin to trust the flow. You realize that when you are in alignment, doors open effortlessly. People show up at the right time. IDs arrive exactly when you need them. And this trust allows you to move through life with grace rather than struggle. But why do these signs increase when you shift to a new reality? Because you have tuned into a higher frequency where clarity exists. In lower vibrations of fear and doubt, the signs were always there. You simply could not see them. Worry clouds your vision, resistance blocks your awareness. But when you rise into love and gratitude, your perception sharpens. You notice the subtle nudges that were invisible before. You realize that you were never alone. Guidance was always around you, waiting for you to listen. When you experience multiple synchronicities, take a moment to pause and give thanks. Gratitude amplifies the flow of these signs. Say to yourself, "Thank you, life, for guiding me. Thank you for showing me that I am supported." This acknowledgement strengthens your connection to the universe and invites even more signs. More clarity, more ease. These synchronicities are proof that manifestation is real, that your thoughts and emotions hold power, and that what you seek is seeking you. You may also notice that your intuition becomes sharper during this time. A gentle feeling tells you to take a different route, and you meet someone who changes your life. You feel drawn to a certain place or book, and it gives you exactly what you need. This is synchronicity in motion, a dance between your inner knowing and life's orchestration. When you trust these nudges, miracles become a natural part of your day. So when the signs keep coming, when numbers repeat, when words align, when the right opportunities appear, do not dismiss them. Celebrate them. They are evidence that you have stepped into harmony with your desires. You are no longer swimming against the current. You are flowing with the river of life. And that flow is leading you to everything you've asked for. There comes a moment when the noise in your mind begins to quiet. The restless questions that once haunted you lose their urgency. You find yourself breathing deeper, walking slower, and smiling without reason. This is what it feels like when you enter a state of peace and flow, a state that signals you have shifted into a new reality aligned with your highest good. It is not that every circumstance in your life has become perfect, but something within you has changed. You no longer cling to control. You trust life in a way you never did before. Peace is not the absence of challenges. It is the presence of trust. When you feel calm in situations that once triggered anxiety, it means your vibration has risen. You have released the belief that everything depends on your effort alone. You now understand that there is a greater order guiding your steps. And because of this, you move through life with grace instead of resistance. Flow begins when you stop pushing against what is and start allowing what wants to come through. This sense of peace often arrives quietly. One day you notice that something which would have upset you in the past barely stirs you now. A delay, a disagreement, or a change of plans no longer feels like a disaster. You accept it, even bless it, because you trust that every detour has a purpose. This trust does not come from blind hope. It comes from experience. You have seen how life has carried you through before. You have witnessed how things worked out in ways you could not have imagined. And that memory becomes your faith. When you live in peace and flow, you stop asking, "What if it all goes wrong?" and start affirming, "What if it all goes right?" You replace worry with possibility, fear with curiosity. Instead of clinging tightly to outcomes, you hold them gently, knowing that what is meant for you cannot pass you by. This openness invites miracles because it frees you from the vibration of resistance. Life responds not to your words alone, but to the energy behind them. And when your energy says, "I trust," life echoes back, "Here is more to trust in." A flow also means alignment. Things that once felt like an uphill battle begin to happen with ease. The right people show up at the right time. Opportunities appear without forcing. You might even notice that decisions feel clearer. There is no endless debate in your mind. Instead, there is a quiet knowing, a gentle nudge that says, "This way." That inner voice becomes louder because you are finally listening. You have stopped drowning it out with noise and fear. Peace does not mean that you will never face challenges. It means that even in the storm, you remain centered. You know the storm will pass, and you know that you have the strength to endure it. In this state, you become unshackable, not because life is easy, but because you are rooted in something deeper than circumstances. You are rooted in faith, in self-love, in the unchanging truth that you are always supported. When you feel this peace, gratitude becomes your natural language. You no longer wait for everything to be perfect to feel thankful. You appreciate the now. A sip of tea, a ray of sunlight, a kind word. These small moments fill you with joy because you are present enough to notice them. Gratitude amplifies your flow because it aligns you with abundance. It tells life, "I see the good and I welcome more." This peace and flow also affect your body. You breathe easier, sleep better, and feel lighter. Stress no longer sits like a weight on your shoulders. Your mind feels spacious, allowing creativity and solutions to rise effortlessly. This is not just emotional well-being, it is physical, spiritual, and mental harmony. Everything in you whispers, "All is well," and that whisper becomes your truth. So when you find yourself moving through life with less tension, when you wake up without the weight of yesterday, when you trust tomorrow without fear, know this: you have shifted. You have stepped into a reality that reflects your inner freedom. And from this space, life unfolds in ways more beautiful than you can imagine. Affirm silently, "I live in peace. I flow with life effortlessly. Everything is working out for my highest good, and I trust the divine timing of my journey."